to What's Up Wednesday, where we're going to be sprinting, whether you're reading, doing something productive, meditating, just being a couch potato, whatever you want to do. It's Wednesday, and it's your time to do what you want to do. And guess what? I'm joined by the awesome, amazing Kelsey. Woo-hoo!
I'm so glad I could finally be here with you. I missed you.
I know. I'm so excited because I love having people come on with me and hang out for a little bit. So this, if people do not know, this is Kelsey of Slime and Slashers. She is my very, 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 very delightful friend, one of my besties, partner in crime. And I just have such a great time with her. And she is going to hang out with us for a little bit today. Pretty much the whole time we're here, I would think.
Yeah, pretty much.
And of course, we're going to have some Mad Libs in a little bit because I know how much y'all enjoyed them last week. And I will be reading. I don't know about you, Kelsey. I will be reading. But before we do that, I was making that intro because if anyone is here that does not know Kelsey, please tell them who you are, what your channel's about.
I basically cover all things horror, but as the name suggests, slime and slashers, I also sometimes cover some nostalgic topics, including Nickelodeon from the 90s, hence the name Slime. I love all kinds of 90s retro things. I like 80s things too, though. Lots of great old school 80s movies. And I have a whole readathon in April, which Kat is a part of, that we celebrate all things nostalgia. It's not just a readathon, it's also a watchathon. And it's like, I don't know, it's my favorite time of the year. It's like, let's get nostalgic. But I mean, I say it's my favorite, so is Halloween. So it's tied as my favorite.
I just have to say, because I was a co-host for Old School April, we had the most amazing time. April was like the most wonderful month of the year because it was all things nostalgic and going down memory lane, watching TV programs from back in the day, like the X-Files and Buffy and Forever Night. For any of you who are in the Canada area, that was a Canadian show. What else? We got movies. I watched Beetlejuice. I watched movies with my crushes in it, which
you
is
watched Killer Clowns, but you didn't like it.
Yeah, Killer Clowns. I did watch Killer Clowns, which was Katrina Brown's recommendation.
I like Killer Clowns.
Barry and I watched it and I was like, what is this? It was so bizarre. It was bizarre, but it's one of those things that perhaps I should watch it again just because it's so bizarre.
It's supposed to be cheesy.
The clowns are really actually grotesque, in my opinion.
They actually are. Their heads.
Yes. And their faces are not I mean, they're killer clowns, obviously, but they're grotesque, in my opinion. But
I totally agree.
I don't know. I read so much, just many fun books. I got to revisit some Clive Barker that I had not read in so long, some Nancy Drew. I mean, just... so much fun.
I'm gonna make 2024 even more epic than 2023 was. So I'm super excited. I started planning like yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
I started looking up stuff on Amazon randomly. I don't even know why, like what possessed me to do this. I was just like 80s games, 90s games, found a whole bunch of trivia games, found all kinds of decorations that I think I'm gonna like hang in the background for like sprints and stuff. Also, I just found like a lot of ideas too. Like I found thematic bingo for like the 80s and 90s, and instead of like numbers, it was like things. So like, Rubik's Cube and I probably won't buy that from Amazon, but I'll use it to create like the idea of it to create like our own thing maybe. And so I'm thinking about more events throughout the month so that it's not just sprints and not just movie nights, but like activities like mini sleepovers.
Yeah.
More than just one big sleepover. I think it's going to be like mini sleepovers.
And also, too, what's fun, too, is are you going to have the competition part again still?
Oh, yeah. I just don't know if it's going to be themed like Legends of the Hidden Temple, which is an old school game show for those of you guys who might be from outside of the US or not young enough, I guess. But also there's other game shows that were old school game shows on Nickelodeon that we could base the teams off of. So I haven't decided if I'm going to stick with the theme of the same teams or do like a different play on teams from an old show. We'll see.
Well, whatever you decide, I would be okay with still being a silver snake.
I mean, I'm kind of married and
I kind of like
sentimental
it. I
towards
do like
my
it.
team. I mean, my blue barracudas. So I don't know.
Chomp chomp.
Chomp chomp. Exactly. Like, how could I not say chomp chomp all month long? I don't know. It would kill me not to say it. So I'm
I
thinking it's
know.
probably going to stay the same. I was trying to freshen it up by changing it around, but now I'm like,
I
I
don't
kind of like
know.
it.
I think the thing about it is you created it like perfectly from the beginning.
I am pretty happy with how this past year went. So it's like, it's not, I don't have to do too much to make it more epic,
Well, I
but
also have merch still. I have my shirt. I have my
exactly,
cap that I
merch.
have.
That's why I'm like, if
So,
I change it, some people actually bought team shirts, which I feel like if I kept it, it'd be nice to get more use out of those
mhm.
shirts.
Yeah, and now that we have another thing with our teams is we really can rally around our teams. Like our teams, if we decide to stay on the same team, like I could see a couple of us kind of grouping together and collaborating to do things together,
Yeah.
like having a Silver Snakes night or something, or a Blue
Exactly, like, I'm
Barracuda
hoping
night
we
or
could just
something.
do some more thematic things like that. So just, like, same idea, same coziness, same great community, but, like, lift it up a notch. My channel is a lot more than nostalgia, but I don't know why I've been very much thinking about old school April since yesterday, and I've
Well,
been like,
you're a planner. I think you're a planner. And when you see something that triggers something
yes.
that you love, all of a sudden you're over there ready to start planning for it,
The other
which I
day I was
get it.
planning for Christmas, then yesterday I was planning for April. I was like, "What is wrong with me? Just enjoy Halloween while it's October.
I know,
What are
which
you doing?"
speaking of Halloween, it is going by. This month is flying too fast. We
It's
need to put the
sad.
brakes on it. We need to put the brakes
Yes.
on it because it's going too fast for me. That's what I
It's
have to
going
say.
too fast for me too. It's like I want to savor it a little bit. Come on.
I know. I know. This honestly is probably the fastest that I have ever remembered it going. I mean, last year we were busy and we did stuff, and I was just getting ready to launch my channel and everything, but I didn't find it was as busy as it is this year.
I
I don't
kind
know.
of
Maybe
agree
it's
with
just,
you. It's
you
something
know,
in the air this year that's making things go
yeah.
by faster or something.
So let's see who's joining us in the comments. Emma was telling me hello earlier, and I was telling her hello. Alicia, hey Alicia. Alicia, I sent you an email back. Please check your email because I need a confirmation. Panda says to say hi. For those of you that don't know, Panda is also known as Andy from Self Pub with Andy. He was Emma and Andy were on my channel. He's actually sprinting at the same time we are sprinting. So I'm over here trying to watch his sprints at the same time I'm doing
That's
my sprints.
sweet.
Well, we do because I mean, the thing about it is, yeah, you need to support each other in this community. Yo, 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 look who is in the house. We were just
Andrew.
talking about Canadians, and here is Mr. Andrew. Hello. Reading Robbie. Hello. Hey, welcome for joining us.
Amy.
Amy. Hello, Amy. I missed you last week, Amy. Amy normally drops in at some point in my sprints on Wednesdays, but she must have been really busy or
She
working.
is taking on so much. Have you seen she's been vlogging? It was every day. Now she just changed it, which I think will be better for her schedule. She's doing like 2 days, 2 days, and then a 3 day. But
Oh,
like
wow.
even that is so hard. As someone who only does like weekly vlogging, doing it even that much is insane to me. I'm
I
like, oh
could
my god,
not. I could not because I can
it's amazing.
barely. I mean, my weekly vlog I was hoping to have out, earlier, but as I was telling Kelsey, I'm suffering with hay fever, and anybody that attended my sprints Friday knew I'm still a little bit. It's lingering, but I'm getting there. So I couldn't talk when I finished the book that I'm reading, which is Autumn Crow High. And y'all would not have wanted to listen to me. You would have been like, who is this?
If they were blindfolded, they wouldn't have known who you
No,
were.
you would not have been able to recognize me at all. Hey, Melissa, welcome. Glad you're here. Hello, Faye. Faye is another Canadian. She is saying hello. Yes, we were talking about Forever Night, Faye. That's why I mentioned our Canadians out there. That is a TV show that you guys was in your country, in Canada.
Party
Can
for
I
the
say
Dark
this?
also originated from Canada, so
Yes,
represent.
which is amazing,
Yeah,
amazing. And yay, Kelsey, can't wait for your sprints
thank
later.
you.
And hello, Amal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Amal comes to sprints
Hi, Emma.
regularly. Yes. Hello again, Emma. Emma also made a voodoo doll of Andy. Just to let you know, it is hilarious. And I think Emma could probably capitalize on it. Although that would probably make Andy very sad, unless he gets residuals. And Andrew says, "Oh, Kelsey, getting stuck with the introduce your channel
I
bit."
always make people do it, and then Kat made me do it.
Well, I know most of my friends, many of my friends know who Kelsey is because they are subscribed to her channel, but I do have some people that might not. I want
You're
her to be
reaching a
able,
whole different corner of
I
booktube. It's
want
really
her,
impressive. I'm
I
proud of
want her.
your booktube journey.
Oh, thank you. I want her to be introduced to everybody I know.
Thank you,
You
Kat. I
know,
love you.
it's just how it is. Double trouble today. I love it. Yes, double trouble is right. I'm so
Yay!
excited for April. You see, Amy's already excited for April too, and we
Good. I'm
haven't even
glad I'm not
gotten
the
to
only
the.
one. I don't know why I'm looking so far ahead.
Well, you know what I do is when I'm looking for books, especially when I go to the Friends of the Library store and stuff, I'm keeping my eyes peeled for future readathons just so
Yes.
that I can collect some books because I'm thinking about, I know this is, I don't even know why I'm thinking about this because I don't think I can stick to it, but Ollie just announced the challenge where you read what you own and you make like a commitment until you buy any new books. And I'm thinking, it starts in November 6th. So I could really go on a book buying binge if I needed to. But I'm just saying that only because I do have a couple of Friends of the Library sales coming up that I would like to go to. If I do it, I don't think I can do anything higher than 25. I
I mean,
really
it's so
just
hard
don't.
not to buy.
It is very hard, especially if you're participating in someone's
Hmm.
readathon. And also too, like luckily my book clubs, at least the FOMO book club has already announced what they're reading for the next year, but like middle grade March has not. So it's like I don't want to miss out on one of my book clubs, and then you and I are going to be restructuring things with ours. So it's like I want to
Hmm.
be able to know what the books are so I can buy them,
And also, I think, I mean, this is going to be way past your little possible book buying ban or not, but I want to plan my book club reads for like the first 3 or 4 months of next year. I want to get it,
Mhm.
and I'm redoing that a little bit differently because I had been letting my Patreons pick it out. Now I'm going to do a whole new thing, and I'm going to have, instead of waiting till the last minute to choose a book or decide on a book or put out a vote, I'm going to know in advance so that I can have 3 months at a time released on like my channel to say, hey, these are the next 3 months, these are the next 3 months, blah blah.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
like that because FOMO did it and so did the middle grade March. So what was nice about that is, I can buy books from Scholastic, and there was a couple of books in there that I was able to buy through them using some points. And then some books I already had. And then if I didn't, I could kind of space it out to when I knew would be a good time for me to be able to buy some books. So I do like that aspect of it.
And I'm not a huge new release person, so like that doesn't mess me up. Like having to plan so far in advance where like, oh, what if there's something new that I want to. I usually don't do that for book clubs
Mhm,
anyway. I usually
mhm.
kind of am more of like a backlist type of person. Just
Yeah. Well, I'm
most of the
usually
time.
buying new books if it happens to be somebody that is, that I love. And I'm like, I
Oh, of
can't wait,
course.
to go get their book or whatever. Andrew is saying Forever Night represent. Yeah.
I'm trying
I
to
mean,
point towards it.
I love Forever Night. I love it so much that I went and bought it on DVD. And
Oh,
when I saw,
really?
yes, and Barry was actually one that spotted it. I bought it from Walmart. Walmart had it in. They have a section where they have like TV shows and stuff. And Barry's like, "You're not going to believe it. They have Forever Night here." I was like, "I've got to get that
Oh, that's
because
amazing.
I love it so much." Amal is e-reading Jolene's Justice, 12% in, listening to The Photo Thief, 39%, and reading Binding, 13, although the font is a nuisance. Oh, it must be very small. Amal likes to read multiple books at a time like I do, so that makes me very happy to know that there are some multiple book readers out there. You do too, though, Kelsey.
Yeah,
Don't
I've
you
been doing
listen and
that a
read?
lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends on what kind of books you're reading, honestly. Amy said, "Blasphemy! Killer Clowns is amazing. Don't hate me, Amy. Please don't hate me."
I knew
I mean,
she'd call you out.
when in the beginning, when Barry and I were starting to watch it, we were both like, and Barry's like, "What have you got me watching?" I was like, "You were the one that picked it because at night we were looking for something else," and he's like, "Well, let's just watch that Killer Clown thing."
He probably thought it was going to be more sinister and less goofy.
I don't know. Craziness. Hey, Christina. Hi. Hope everyone is well. We're doing well. What you up to? The cop is hilarious. Yes. Booped the like. Yay, Christina.
Yay!
Thank you. We like people who boop the like. Please feel free to
Booping
boop the
it.
like.
I
It
like
does not
that.
cost anything. Well, when Andy does it, sometimes Andy will throw books at my like button. Go figure, so that way he doesn't miss. Hey, Brittany, hello. Can't wait for sprints. I'm reading Autumn Crow, recommended by Kelsey. I'm
Yay!
73% in and loving it. You will absolutely adore Autumn Crow. I can't imagine. I have not spoken to anyone who has not adored Autumn Crow.
I
I
mean,
mean,
it
it is,
honestly, I don't even like short story collections, and I like that much, and I loved Autumn Crow.
yes, very good. It's definitely a wonderful book for the fall and the spooky season. To me, it was a wonderful book for us to kick off the fall when we did, Kelsey, that
How
time.
many was that? 2 years
That
ago
was like 2
now?
years ago.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding? Oh my god! I can't believe
I
it's been that
know.
long.
I know. It's insane. Of course, Andrew loves Killer Clowns and Old School April 2024.
Yay!
Yeah. Get ready. And Reading Robbie wants to know, is Forever Night streaming anywhere? Not that I know of. I have it on DVD. So that's the only reason I was able to watch it during Old School April. It used to come on, but I don't know if there is a channel where I mean, I have never seen it. Not in a long time anyway. The Blue Bertrands. Woot
That was our
woot.
mascot, Bertrand.
Bertrands. Yeah. Woohoo. Purple Parrots for life.
Represent. That's funny. I love how there's
I'm rooting for
representation for
them
every
too,
team.
Amy. I see how you're not rooting for the Silver Snakes, Andrew. I thought we were friends.
Andrew roots for everyone but his own team, so he
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
he doesn't root for the Blue Barracudas. Just so you know, even
Ah,
though he's on the team.
yes, the month is almost over. It's so sad
I
to me because I
know.
have so much to read and I'm so behind.
Yeah, I'm
It
actually doing
really,
good with reading. I'm falling behind on movies a little.
yeah, I've only watched 2 movies so far. That's not good at all. I mean,
Uh-oh.
by this point, yes, I'm gonna have to do like double marathons and like double matinees or something, triple movies in a night.
Or like a
Catch
weekend
up.
full of movies.
Yes, I'm gonna have to do something, but I am adding Friday the 13th onto my list. My list is still not complete. I apologize to anyone who I've encouraged to go to my letterbox because it's still the same because I just have not. I know what movies I need to add. I already made a list from Kelsey's and I have the
I'm
list.
dying to know.
I just have to add them onto the letterbox, but I am adding Friday the 13th because this Friday is Friday the 13th. And I have planned, as long as nothing unexpected happens, my husband and I are having a Friday the 13th date night. I'm going
Yay!
to make a cocktail. I have all the ingredients this time. So we're going to make the cocktail that I wanted to make a couple of years ago. We're going to eat junk food
Oh
and
yeah.
we're going to watch the movie. And I don't think I'm going to read anything but a spooky book. But I mean, I don't know. I got to see what I'm going to get up to because I might make, instead of making s'mores, I'm thinking about making the pumpkin bars recipe that I got from Jennifer.
Ooh.
Except I think, I don't know how Jennifer's came out to be bars. I think mine are going to look more like a cake. But whatever it is, it's going to be pumpkin and it looks delicious. Everybody raves about it. But I don't know how it's going to turn out. We're going to see.
Yeah,
It says
I
pumpkin bars, but it looks like pumpkin cake, like in the picture.
every Friday the 13th, I usually try to read something like thematic. Watch not so much because I'm already watching a whole bunch of horror movies. So, and there's no Friday the 13th thematic thing that I'm doing, ironically enough. Part of me wants to squeeze in like there are Friday the 13th books, and I've got a really rare one. Hold on, it's right here. Sorry. I would love to squeeze this in. There is audio for it too on YouTube.
Oh, that's
But it's
awesome.
probably going to be super trashy. And I already have other books planned. Like, this isn't on my TBR, but it would be great to fit it in
I
somehow.
think that would be great if you did.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, we thought about trying to do the different Friday the 13th movies as everyone came around, but we never did because the last time it was happened in May when my niece graduated and we were up there for her graduation. So I wasn't able to do anything with that. So I just asked Barry and he's like, let's just watch it. Kevin Bacon's in it. So, it's the original. What can I say? We're just going to go with it. So Christina said it really is going by fast, and my kiddo still has not told me what he wants to be for Halloween. Woo! Or especially if you have to make the costume.
Yeah.
Amy was editing and totally spaced on last week. I was sad when I saw I missed it. I love your Wednesday sprints. Thank you, Amy. But I totally understand because if you are doing a lot of vlogging and editing, I know how time consuming that can be. I mean, I have to do my vlog and try to release it for Saturday.
I'm releasing mine tomorrow, but luckily I kind of goofed off during the day today during work because I had some extra time and I was like, edit, edit, edit. So I got a lot of it done.
I know. I just responded to that email, Kat. My bad. No, you good. I just wanted to make sure that I got to you. Hello, Em. Welcome. So good to see you. They said, I remember Forever Night. I watched it as a kid. Yeah, it's a wonderful, in my opinion, TV show. I mean, it's dated because of when it was made and back in the 90s, but still, still like it. Nick Knight is one of my favorite characters. Hey, Linda, how are you? Hope everyone is good. We are good. We're ready to do some reading and whatever else we're going to get up to. Hey, Vanessa, how are you tonight? Or this afternoon? I guess it might be night by you. Ollie reads 1 billion books a week, so he challenges himself for like a month max. Haha. For most people, 30-ish is probably a better thing. Well, 25, I think, is going to be doable because even though that would take me probably maybe 2, maybe 3 months to read 25 books if I'm starting then. I mean, it could take even longer than that, maybe.
Yeah.
Just got here. Hey, Rally. How are you? Kelsey, your candy corn ring is fire.
Thank you. I do like it. It's from Etsy.
Swamp Gas. Hello, hello. Still finishing Apartment 5 is alive and started Vampire of El Norte.
Apartment 5 is Alive is my book club pick. For anybody wanting to jump in, it's on Kindle Unlimited and there is an audiobook for those interested. It sounds really interesting, and Apartment kind of seems to be obsessed with Halloween somehow.
Ooh,
it's very indie.
So is the Apartment the narrator, the main character?
I don't know yet because I haven't read it yet, but I think I'm gonna read it either this weekend or next weekend, but it just seems like very interesting. The way the description made it sound was that the perspective is from across different decades. And so I think it's probably either like an omniscient narrator or maybe it is the apartment itself. Is like, I had these tenants and I don't know. We'll see. But all I know is that the apartment like changes itself to be like Halloween-y.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I loved my little short story I read, The Haunted House, the open house on Haunted Hill. It was so cute because it was cute with a little bit of I mean, you knew it was a haunted house, but it was heartwarming. It wasn't like spooky.
Aww.
But he was telling the story or the house. I kept wanting to call it a he. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know how many times I had to redo my video, like when I was talking about that part, because I kept referring to it as a he, and I'm like, not a he, but
it's a house.
The house is personified, but there was nothing that indicated it was a he. So I'm just like, and I was like, cut. Actually, I could have had a whole blooper reel of like, damn, darn, I did it again.
That would have been funny.
So I am always reading a nonfiction book, but I do not tend to post them or talk much about them. Yeah, I like reading nonfiction too. In fact, Nonfiction November is around the corner. I am reading Death Threads tonight until hubby is ready to read Into the Drowning Deep to us, probably after supper. Ooh. Sounds good. Alicia says, I just finished Midnight is the Darkest Hour, and sadly, I didn't care for it. I don't know what I'm going to read next.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry you didn't like it. Everyone's saying good things about it. I'm so sorry that you didn't like it.
Did you read that, Kelsey?
No, but I plan to read it maybe in November.
Okay, well.
It's like a thriller type of book. Like a dark thriller.
Well, I know how it is, Alicia. I wasn't in the popular group when it came to the silent patient. So, I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't anything. I mean, I would recommend people read it if just to check it out, but I don't know. It was fine. It wasn't anything I was like, "Oh, this is so awesome." I'm way behind on movies too. I think I've only read 4, watched 4. I should be at 11.
She corrected herself in the next
Oh,
comment,
okay.
I think. Books on the brain.
Watched a live watch of Friday the 13th last night on Friends channel. Awesome. But yes, it comes out on Hulu and Disney Plus on 13th also. Oh, good. Okay. I'm going to say I'm behind on movies, and you will laugh at me, but I'm only 15 movies in, and I wanted to be higher. Ha ha ha. I think you should put moi ha 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 ha,
Yeah, like an
because
evil
that's
laugh.
more like it. Okay.
I think I'm at 9 or 10 right now.
It's so funny because on Facebook, I'll have my memories because I post my movies on Facebook, and my memories are showing me what I've done for the last couple of years. And like, I was so much more ahead. So it's like you can tell when what's going on here. Friday is my wedding anniversary. Jeff is
Ooh.
picking the food, and I'm picking the movies we watch. Mwah-ha-ha-ha.
She used more yes, that's
Okay,
great.
were you actually married on a Friday the 13th? That's what I need to know because, I mean, you could be married on the 13th, but it not be Friday the 13th, just like you could
Mhm.
be born on the 13th, like my brother-in-law, and not be like Kelsey, who is actually born on a Friday the 13th.
It's special. It's special.
I just watched the new Exorcist. I have watched more stuff since being sick, trying to get back to my book. Sorry to hear that you've been sick, but hopefully you can catch up with your books. Oh, those Eric Morse books are hella trashy, but they are fun trashing.
I'm excited. I doubt I'll get to it, but it'd be great to squeeze it in somehow.
Cat, get prepared to see Bacon Butt in Friday the 13th. Yes. Blah, ha, 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 ha. I know. It's just
Bacon
crazy to
butt.
me that that was one of his earliest movies. I always think it's funny when you see these well-known actors like Jennifer Aniston was in the first Leprechaun. I mean, it's just crazy to me. Or Johnny Depp was in the first Nightmare
Yeah.
on Elm Street. He gets eaten by the bed. I mean, what can I say? Hey, Andy, swinging by to say hello. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Emily says hello. Currently reading Frightmares by Eva V. Gibson. That sounds like a nice title. Spank that like button, silly. She's spanking my like button. I booped his. I hit it with my toe. That's Rally saying that. I like the toe tap. So fun. Yes, the apartment tells a story. An obsession with Halloween parties is an understatement. Oh, that sounds great.
That makes me excited.
I wish I would have realized sooner. I think of my house as a he. Really? I wonder why. I don't know why I think of the open house as a he. I don't know. I guess it's just the way the house kind of thought about things and talked about things, and then kind of had a perspective from the widowed father's perspective, how he was. That's all. I don't know. That's why I kind of considered it. But really a good story. I Can Try Midnight is the darkest hour in November too. Too much to do in October. Yes, I agree. I agree. And one of the bummer things for me is really I should have started right when fall started, September 23rd.
That's what I did.
I mean, that has been our rule between ourselves that we could do that. But I think with my trip and then some other things that are going on, I just could not. And then trying to finish my readathons,
Yeah.
because I was gone for those 2 weeks. But it was worth it. It was well worth it. We were married on a Saturday. I was married on a Saturday too, but I was married in August. That was my date. I think of my apartment as a cat. Meow. And of course, Riley thinks that's hilarious, Andrew. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get our first step, our first sprint. I'm reading a couple of different things. I did want to update y'all that I am still reading my Victober read. I'm not reading it tonight because I need to concentrate. The Way We Live Now. Faye will appreciate this. This is by Anthony Trollope. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Today's the 11th. I'm 6 days behind and about 20 chapters behind. I did read 3 chapters this morning, but it's a kind of book I have to be able to concentrate. I can't read it when I'm on sprints. I don't know why. It's just
You have to
the
really
language.
concentrate.
Yes, I do. But it is very good. I'm liking it. It's satire, and you've got these characters, and it's all kind of like characters who are playing other characters. And, some of them have this like little plan going on, this sneaky little plan to benefit their family, like through their children. And then somebody else is kind of observing that. And then while they think they're playing somebody else is playing them. I mean, it's really neat. But it's neat because it takes place back in the Victorian period, of time. But I am starting off my first sprints. I'm going to be reading The Wolves in the Walls by Neil Gaiman. This is for a Halloween that I'm participating on Storm's readathon on her channel. I started Dark Waters, which is the third book in the Catherine Arden. It rained today, so I was able to get a couple of chapters for Fall Bookish Bingo to read something while it's raining or during a thunderstorm. So I did this and I posted it on my Instagram. And then I am still reading If It Bleeds, with a novella. It really is a long novella with Holly in it. And I've tabbed because I am finishing this no matter what by Saturday. So both of these should both be finished either Friday or Saturday, depending. But I'm really loving the If It Bleeds. It does have a connection to The Outsider. So if you have not read The Outsider, I would recommend it before reading the novella. I keep want to call it a short story, but it is actually a novella. What are you reading, Kelsey? Or what are you doing?
I am already 50% in, almost 50% into Salem's Lot.
You started it. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yeah, I'm starting mine on the 16th.
I thought that I would do more at the end of the month versus all throughout the month, but my new obsession is diamond painting. And this is the one I'm working on. And I've been listening to Salem's Lot audio for the most part while I do this. So that's why I've gotten so much done of the book, because I listen while I do this, and it's so easy. It like tells you what color beads to put where. And it's like the greatest craft ever, Kat. Because
I know I saw it at the scrapbook convention. It was the first time I had ever seen that. And when I tell you some of these ladies, what they had that they were working on, beautiful. And you can get them in so many different sizes.
And I didn't know that they had spooky ones till Katrina from Katrina Brown told me. And then I was like, oh. So now I've got a ton. Like, I just bought a ton of them. I bought coasters. Like, I did a whole bunch of coasters. Like,
oh, awesome.
I'm addicted. So it's a great thing to do while you're listening to audio. And I've found that I can't do anything else. Like, I can't really color while doing an audiobook because that takes, like, picking out the colors takes concentration, at least for me. Puzzles, also concentration. But this, it's like, it's like being a robot. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's great. I love it. And so it's really helping me get into Salem's Lot, like, a lot. But
Are you liking it? Are you liking it?
I am liking it. Yes.
Okay, good.
It is a slow burn, but I don't mind that.
It is. A lot of Stephen King's books, in my opinion, are slow burns until you get into the world that he's building and the characters and everything. I mean, sometimes they start off with a bang, like The Outsider. They start off kind of, grab your attention kind of thing, but or like It. It has that where it starts off. But a lot of his books, to me, are slow burns. So that's what you're going to be reading is Salem's Lot?
Not today. If I diamond paint, I'll listen to more of it, but I also have to finish to get my vlog out for tomorrow that I've already mostly edited. I need one more clip showing me completing the last book. That's like a prompt for the readathon over the weekend, this past weekend. So I've got to finish. It's called Sellers by John Shirley. It's an old school vintage paperback from hell. But there's like a new Kindle edition. So I'm reading it on Kindle. And luckily, Kindle tells you how much percentage you've gone in. So I'm 82% in. I just have under 20% left. That shouldn't take me. Like, it might take me, if I read a whole sprint, it would take me a sprint probably.
Right. Okay. Well, that sounds good. Andrew says he finished Tell Me I'm Worthless, and it was harrowing. So I am going for something lighter, but not sure what next. Okay, well, let us know when you decide. If there were a cheerleader emoji, I'd post a dozen of them, Kat. I am trying. I am telling you, I'm loving the way we live now. It's really great, but I have to have the time. So it took me an hour to do my 3 chapters. So what I'm kind of considering is I might have to get up a little bit earlier and just devote an hour of time to it. But if I have to, I'm going to have to try to figure out how to get 2 hours in each day. Ha 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 ha, in order to get caught up. But since I read 3 chapters this morning, I'm going to be reading this evening before I go to sleep. So if I jump on sprints with you, I'll probably will be sprinting. I probably will be reading that
Yeah.
instead, because I'm hoping I can get through wherever I tabbed for what I want to read during my sprints. Let's see where else we're at. I know we need to go
Jackson's freaking out. Sorry, he's distracting me. He's
Ooh, If
behind
It
me.
Bleeds is great. My favorite Holly story. Awesome. I like If It Bleeds, except I skipped the rat story. I do not like rats. And Stephen King likes rats for some reason.
It's because
I'm
it really
doing,
scares him. Remember, you're the one
yeah,
who looked that up.
yeah, it is. But I mean, they're always in his stories.
Mm-hmm.
Riley says she also is doing a diamond painting. That's good. I might re-listen to my audiobook for Salem's Lot so I can familiarize myself. How you like me saying that? Myself with your upcoming chat. Yes, please do
Yay!
join us. I love Salem's Lot. I do too. It's going to be a reread for me. I love the coasters. I have done those for Xmas gifts. I have not read Salem's Lot, just watched the movie. I have it on my shelf though. Yes, we'll be watching both movies. I just
Mm-hmm.
finished it yesterday. I want to read Salem's Lot this month too. I hope you can, and then you can join us when we do our live chat, which will be in November. Did you clarify if it's going to be November 5th? Did you get with Paul about that?
Oops, I did not, but I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it can be November 5th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think of that book? I did not really care for it. Okay, they're chatting about Andrew's book. Rally, I need time to process it, but I think I loved it personally. I love stream of consciousness writing, but it got under my skin.
Ooh,
Oops.
that sounds kind of intriguing.
I know. Okay, so we're going to go to our first sprint, which is going to be 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and we will chat because we have Mad Libs tonight. Don't
Mad
forget.
Libs.
Yeah. Okay, see you in a little bit. Oh, it would help if I shared the screen.
Kitty. If it's the kitty today.
It's the kitty, and I changed my background to be a little spooky.
Ooh,
A little
dark.
bit of spookiness.
I like it.
Dark. With a smoky cat. Like a
Yes, I
fog
love it.
cat.
I like the fog cat with the green
Me too.
eyes, like monster eyes.
See y'all later. Hello, welcome back. Let me stop our kitty cat. Of course, my little dog decides he's going to bark right now, and I have no idea why. I don't know what he's doing. Oh my goodness. Luna has been a wild girl all day. I think it's because of the rain, and she can't be outside running around. And I dread letting her outside because she goes out there and she gets so wet. And with her fur, it's the texture of her fur. So like I have to rub her down and everything. And it's just a mess. So I don't know what's going on with him. So I might have to go check. I don't know where Barry is. My
No
son
worries. If you do have to check, just let me know, and I can be your captain for you, your
Yeah,
co-captain.
you hold the fort so I can go see why.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's see what everyone said. Oh, Crystal joined us. Hi, Crystal. Also, Alicia said she can't join us November 5th, but she'll watch the Salem's Lot chat later. Crystal's making ramen for dinner because it's all she has the energy for tonight. I literally just had a whole bunch of candy, so and also earlier all I had was mini donuts. Pumpkin spice. Anyway, so am I eating well or good? No. And I'm gonna be drinking pumpkin beer tonight. Paul is out of town, so you know I'm indulging. For those that don't know, Paul's my boyfriend. Hi, Sarah. Hold on. Oh, I can't click comments. I'm like trying to click comments and I can't. It's on my channel. Margaret came and said, Kat, I name checked you today in the wrap up, hoping you'll stop by for our Friday the 13th live fireside chat. Twill be creepy, I'm sure. Ramen night sounds good. Does anyone else get depressed by white foods on a plate? I just made a good lunch, but it was all white stuff and it didn't look nearly as good as it smelled. Anyways, gotta scoot to the library while it's not raining. It is raining here, by the way, everyone. B-Roll Books is here. Hi. Just saw the notification. Getting productive. Catch you in a few minutes. And Alicia, congratulated B-Roll Books for their first video. Congratulations. I second that. And Andrew also mocked the cat by saying meow. Brittany says, woohoo, just finished Autumn Crow. It was fab. I think I'm going to start Apartment 5 is Alive after hearing you speak about it. I hope you like it. I'm excited to start it. And I like that a lot of indie books, and it seems like a super indie book, a lot of those don't have audiobooks, and this one does. So I'm excited. What happened?
He was in the middle of the living room just barking in the dark. Barry's outside and Luna's outside. So I don't know if he wants to be out there with him, but usually wants to be in here with me. So I went and got him some treats. So hopefully he'll just calm down. I don't know what he's up to.
Maybe he's a little jealous. He's like, I
I
want to
don't
be in the
know.
cool air or something. Because it is cold kind of right now.
It is. It's really strange.
I'm excited.
They're just I don't know, they're just acting up today. I mean, normally he'll sleep on the pillow and he either will sleep or he'll sit there and chew on his little bone thing. But I don't know why he was in the middle of the room in the dark, just
Aww.
barking. You know, he's having problems moving around, and I don't know if maybe he was stuck. Maybe he couldn't get his butt up to move.
Oh, he's so cute. I probably shouldn't have read through comments because I was like, oh wait, maybe Kat wants to read her own comments, but I did read all the way down to where.
No, I'm glad.
I tried to click on it. It was so funny. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't my channel. I can't click on the comments. I was like trying it for like a minute, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Okay, well, let me see. Anybody new come in? Oh, Crystal's here.
I welcomed Crystal. I got all the way down to Brittany saying she finished Autumn Crow, but your fireside chat peep stopped by, but then she left.
Okay.
Margaret.
Okay. Oh, Margaret. Okay, Margaret, yes.
And B-Roll Books also came, and he just recently released his first video.
He did. Kelsey, his name is Ellis, and he just released his very first video. I happened to see it. MJ had posted on her community tab, and it's a really great. And very first, he's supposed to be doing the newbie tag next. But yeah, I would definitely check out Ellis's channel if you haven't. You know, give him some booktube love.
I will subscribe. Congratulations.
Yeah, and it seems like he likes similar books that I read. You know, so it'll be good to get to know Ellis, and I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's checking us out and
Yeah.
hanging out with us. So yes, I'm so glad that Brittany
I know.
finished Autumn Crow. I mean, I'm
Isn't that
hoping that you
exciting?
liked it as much as we do.
Yeah, we, like, did a whole vlog on it, and we also did I think I put, like, your little Autumn Crow review in my
Mhm,
vlog. Yeah,
mhm.
that's what I thought I did.
Yeah, because I didn't have a channel, remember back then?
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
so you kind of helped me with that. And then I think I did do a little thing that you helped me with. Did I put that on I think I might have put that on my blog.
I think I also included it either in just, like, a fall vlog or in the Autumn Crow vlog as well when you said happy first day of fall and it was, like, a compilation.
Yes, I think
Remember?
so. I think
Yeah.
so. Because back then I didn't have anything, but I wanted to kind of like do my little first day of fall stuff.
We made it work. We made it work.
He is barking to welcome us back. Yeah, and then he just left. So it was like, let me get my 3 treats and let me go bark at somebody out there. Now he's barking again. I don't know
Oh,
what he's barking at. So I don't know. He may need to. I don't think he needs to potty. We went potty before, but who knows? I
this is
mean,
what I always say when I leave the computer. Entertain amongst yourselves.
right. I finished my daily Victorian ghost story. Excellent. She's doing very well on her Victober. Just joining now, going to read Gideon the Ninth. That sounds fun. Let's see what Amal's gotten up to. 36.6% in The Photo Thief and resumed from chapter 8 of Binding 13. Amy took a shower, now is eating a burrito.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be eating a hot dog soon. It's not very, like, appetizing, but whatevs.
Oh, well, we probably will be going to eat hot dogs on Friday
I
because I
like
can't eat
hot
really
dogs.
anything bad. I like hot dogs.
Me
I mean, I
too.
like hot dogs, chili.
Although
Mm.
Andrew could probably scare us because he read this book about, like, the truth of hot dogs, and it's,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
scary.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
horrible. I mean,
I know.
depending on how they're fixed, I guess.
Also, I
Um,
felt bad about my friend Froggy posted about, like, her anniversary, her vegan anniversary,
mhm.
and I was like, "I feel like an asshole because I eat meat," and I was like, "Oh, well, I'll still like the post."
I know. Yeah, I thought some of her stuff looked good. If it was vegan, I'm like, I need those recipes because it's hard to. I don't know. My journey is I'm trying, but
Yeah.
sometimes I mean I do pretty much eat salad almost every day, but I have to be careful. Like we have Halloween candy in the house, and none of the stuff that we bought was open. But we went to Barry's Fall Festival Saturday at his work, and Barry had to buy some for the workplace, and they didn't end up giving it out. So his uh, friend Alan gave it back to him, but it's open and it's in a in like a open tub or whatever
Easy
bowl.
access.
And
Uh-oh.
so, like yesterday, I ate like 2 Tootsie Rolls. I mean, it's not like candy. Thankfully, it's not like Snickers bars or like a lot of chocolate kind of stuff. Like Reese's peanut butter cups, I would have been like, they would have been no
I
more.
just had one that you gave me, like, during the sprint. Also, oh my god, Kat, that, trail mix, that candy corn trail mix is, like, almost gone.
I'm telling you, their trail mix, in my opinion, is like crack. But I was so sad because they didn't make the trail mix that the other kind that they made during the fall for the last 2 years. And I was so sad they didn't make it this time. So I
I
ended
think
up
you
getting
got me
this.
that one last year too, but I can't remember what it was. It had, like, apple in it maybe? I can't
Yes,
remember.
yes. It had
Yeah.
apple and it had these little it was like candy caramel apple flavored like pretzel balls and stuff. It
Yes,
was
yes,
really
it
good.
was good,
It
yeah.
was the kind like you really couldn't it wouldn't stay around my house very long.
Where do
Like I
you
was
buy
always
that
looking for it.
mix from?
It was Target, but
Oh,
Target only sells like your mix that I got you. It's only
mhm.
during the fall, and then they rotate out. They have a line of it, but then they rotate different flavors in. But I love their trail mix. I get it all the time. Um, M is 36 pages into Pearlized. Liz made it. Hey, Liz. Hi,
Hi,
everyone. Home from
Liz.
work and making pumpkin pancakes. Yum. Oh, guess who's at the door? Oh, you decided to come
Delicious.
back. And you're a little wet? How you got wet?
Seems
It's
like someone
either
let him out if he got
well,
wet.
it's either that or it's Luna slime because Luna likes to like mouth him
Oh.
and mouths him like on his neck. It's crazy. I would never mock the cat.
Yes, I'm sorry. I did say that Andrew mocked the cat by saying meow, but I guess I meant impersonate the cat.
Oh, impersonate.
Yeah.
Oh, Ellis is blushing. Thanks for the kind words. Glad to be here. Well, we're glad to have you here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Ooh, I'll have to go and watch the Autumn Crow vlog.
I will
Yeah.
say I'm very proud of that vlog because I read it while I was in There's 2 Autumn Crow vlogs because one, I just start reading it on the first day of fall, and the next one's a whole vlog of me reading the rest of it. And I go to Boston, visit my friend, go to a pumpkin patch. It's got cat stuff in it. So yeah, both of my Autumn Crow vlogs, which are like right next to each other under my old videos. I love those. I'm
I know.
biased.
If you can, you have a wrench, don't you? You have a wrench, right?
A
Can you put a
wrench?
link? Can you
Oh,
put a
oh,
link?
oh, a wrench. I was like, well, a wrench. I thought you meant a real wrench, but no,
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a wrench. I think
See
it
if you can
allows
put
me
a
to make
link.
a comment
Okay.
or
Well, I was going to say you could put a link to it so that way Brittany can find it. Autumn Crow sounds so good. Looking forward to it and his follow up. Yes, I will say my Autumn Crow High vlog is coming out. Fingers crossed, nothing happens. It's coming out on Saturday. I try to post a video on Saturday mornings, so I haven't even started editing yet. I have been suffering from hay fever, which Alicia says I sound much better. Which I'm glad because I
Kat said
was
she
very
sounded
raspy.
like a billion octaves lower, apparently.
Yeah, I was talking like this. It was like terrible. I'm like, no one wants to hear me vlogging with that. So, and not to mention like trying like not to choke, you know. But
I'm paying attention. I'm just looking
no,
for
I
the
know
link.
you were looking. But yes, Ellis, I would recommend Autumn Crow. The short stories are fantastic, and Autumn Crow High is wonderful as well. Hot dogs are seriously one of my fave foods. I know. My husband's always telling me they're the worst things that we can eat, but I'm like, you know what? But we don't eat them all the time. So I just kind of feel like if you don't eat them all the time, it's not going to kill you the one time. I think I'm going to start Apartment 5 is Alive or Edenville next. I always love hot dogs.
Yay, I'm not alone. Good.
Hot dogs.
Oh,
Raw
and it's
Dog.
not an expose. Okay, this is good. This is good to know.
Okay, Raw Dog by Jamie Loftus. It is actually a love letter to hot dogs mostly, but there are a few dark spots. But the writer spends 90% of the book eating hot dogs around America.
But then she gets sick of them. She's like, I'm tired of eating hot dogs and I'm tired of my relationship.
Yes, if
Here,
anybody wants to check out the Autumn Crow vlog, this is vlog number 1.
mm-hmm.
And then she also put vlog number 2. So check them out because they are really great. And
And
they
Kat's
were
in the second one for sure. I know she is.
they're from
Also,
back in the day.
I remember I put a video effect on the second vlog for my intro, which is like 7 minutes long, way too long. Anyway, I had like a piece of dust or something on my skin, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So I was like trying to hide it with like I had to make it look like in VHS, and it's. I remember editing, and I was so upset. Looking back now, I can laugh at it. So
Right, of course. But at the time, it was like traumatic.
it was. I was so upset. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Well, how did you do, Kelsey? How did you do?
Pretty bad. I ate candy, like I told you, and oh look, here's the wrapper for the proof that I ate.
You had a ghost. You had a ghost.
Yeah.
Woo.
I also read like 3%, so very slow reading. But hey, whatever. It's still
Yeah,
okay.
it is what it is. I mean, you're hanging out, you're having fun. I did read The Wolves in the Walls by Neil Gaiman. This is also illustrated by Dave McKean. They've worked together on other projects before. It is, I have to say, for a children's book, I would think children might be a little scared by it. Some of the illustrations are very creepy, in my opinion. Very dark. You know, like I don't know if y'all can see these.
I truly think kids can handle some darker stuff than we give them credit for.
I mean, as a kid, I would have liked it. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
I mean,
didn't
I
have
would have
books like
too.
this. You know what I'm saying? But like, even when you look at how the shadows.
Wow, yeah,
So
I like that.
I think I need to read it again because I'm kind of teetering. You know me, I kind of teeter sometimes when I read some picture books, especially. But I like the story. You know, it's It's kind of creepy. There's a lot of repetition in it, you know, like the little girl goes to the mom and says, "I hear some wolves in the wall," and she's like, "Oh no, it's just mice." And then when she goes to the dad's like, "No, it's just rats." And then when she goes to the little brother's like, "Oh, it's just bats, like you are," meaning like she's batty, you know,
Yeah.
cuckoo, like there's nothing in there. And they all tell her it can't possibly be because when the wolves are in the wall, it is going to happen or whatever. And she's like, "Well, what is it?" And it's sort of like you don't want to know what it is.
Oh,
Kind of
that
thing.
sounds cute.
So, but it really is good. And if you look at the cover, look at the eyes are like real wolf eyes.
Wow.
I think
That
this
is
is kind of like a
creepy.
creepy cover to me.
It is.
So I'm reading this. I read this for Halloween, and I'm also reading Dark Waters for Halloween as well. It's my book that I'm reading with the green cover on it.
Oh,
Um,
cool. Perfect.
yeah, I read technically Autumn Crow High is more YA than middle grade, but I'm counting it because it still falls under my umbrella of children's literature.
Yeah.
So I'm counting it for orange and black on the cover because it has a lot of orange
Yay.
and black with it. So I'm making some progress on that. I mean, my middle grade books are not super long, so I do think I'll be able to get through them. I'm just kind of worried about some of I'm probably not going to get to Holly in October.
It is
Just
kind of
because
long.
just because I'm not finished If It Bleeds. And I need to finish that before I read Holly. So I think Holly's definitely going to be over to November.
Yeah,
So
I think the links got removed by YouTube for some reason. So
why is that?
I don't know, but other people can't see them, they're saying. No biggie.
I thought
It's
you had a wrench though.
yeah, but I didn't go on comment on your video, but even if you have a wrench sometimes it doesn't work.
That's funky. I don't like that. Well, thank you. I'll watch them both tomorrow. I need to go to bed soon, maybe in an hour. Well, she is in the UK, so she's across the pond from us.
Across the pond.
Across the pond. I love that she attends, though. It makes me so happy. You might have to put those links in the video description because they didn't pop up in chat for me. Did they show up for everyone else? Okay, that's good to know. I can go back and add them in.
You don't have to add them in. They're also in like a playlist I have on my like cover page under like
Okay.
Halloween and fall videos. They are both there.
Okay. Liz says, "You find such great picture books, Kat. My collection has grown so much because of your recommendations." I love picture books. I mentioned that before. I have my own collection, totally different from my children's collection of picture books. I just fell in love with them. I mean, I loved them as a kid, but I think when I took my library class, when I went back to get my teaching certificate, you had to take a library class. And that's where I really fell in love with different types of picture books, discovered a lot of authors that were new to me. Same with just a lot of middle grade authors as well. But yeah, a place that I try to look for picture books that are in pretty decent condition is Second and Charles. Because I found both of my Neil Gaiman picture books there, and they're generally priced pretty reasonably and in really good condition. Like this one still has the dust jacket on it and it really looks good. But that is a place where you can find some picture books for a decent price because picture books can be very expensive. I don't blame them because I mean, there's a lot that goes into them. Yes, it hasn't come up for me either. Okay, well, Brittany, check out Kelsey's channel. I'll definitely put that in the description box below. So that way you can check out her channel and, look for them there. Hey, Joanne, welcome. She's telling everybody in the house hello. I don't see the links either. Oh, also, sorry I'm late. Was busy getting some chores done. You're never late. If we're still on here, you are not late. All that cover is missing are the button eyes. Yes, because of course Neil Gaiman is the author of Coraline. Have you read Coraline,
I haven't read
Kelsey?
it. I mean, I've watched the movie
Oh my
adaptation, but
gosh.
yeah, I really should read it.
Two books, middle grade books, I would highly recommend to anyone who has not read them by Neil Gaiman is Coraline and The Graveyard Book, because both of them are awesome. I'm rereading The Graveyard Book this month because that's what the middle grade March book club ladies picked. So I can't wait to revisit it. Both of them are excellent.
That's
Um,
exciting.
Andrew's saying that he has been reading old horror short stories today, telling Joanne, and I need to catch up on all the great fall themed videos that have been released. Excellent. Got a chapter read. Got a chapter read while reading. Why do people keep renting this apartment?
I'm excited to read it. I hope it's good.
And Joanne is currently revising her Bakery Rivals to Lovers work in progress project, Sugar and Spice. And I miss Second and Charles. We do not have one here. Darn. We have one. And Andrew was saying, hooray. We have one actually in Baton Rouge, and we also have one in Covington. So both the one in Baton Rouge is a little bit further away from me than the one in Covington. But what I generally try to do sometimes is when I go to the Friends of the Library store once per month, sometimes I will stop at Second and Charles. Because I can go that way and pass by it before I go home. But I haven't been there, I think, since I did the penny a page sale or whatever and met Andrew in Baton Rouge. I love the way you pronounce horror, Cat. Haha.
You
Okay.
do pronounce it differently than like anybody else I know, but I like it.
Horror. Horror.
You're not doing it like you do it naturally. Like I can't explain it either, but I know what Andrew means, and it's so cute.
Okay, well, I hope it's cute. I hope
It
Andrew's
is
not making
cute.
fun of me. First of
I'm not.
all,
No.
he doesn't, back the silver snakes, and now he's making fun of my speech. 3 strikes, you're out, Andrew. I'm gonna put a spell on you. It's gonna go all the way. I can make it happen. I have a voodoo doll. It can reach Canada. Trust me. Ellis
Oh
is working on a video on The Postman Always Rings Twice and the newbie tag. Buddy reading lessons in chemistry with Criminale. Awesome. It's a good day. That is really cool.
no. Oh
You
my
buddy
god.
reading some of
Speaking
Criminale.
of
Oh
Ollie.
no, I would never.
Yes, see, he was saying it's cute. See, and look, Alicia agrees. It's cute.
He is just trying not to be cursed by the voodoo doll.
No. Speaking of being cursed, I put myself up to this, but Ollie tried pumpkin spice latte for the first
Yes.
time. Did you watch it? It is so funny. I was egging him on, and people in my corn Discord were egging him on. We're like, you gotta try it. It'd be great for content. Like, you gotta do it.
It is so funny.
Last week he's like, I was gonna go get some, but like it's too expensive. And I was like, come on, Ollie, like that was the perfect opportunity. Like you gotta do it. And so he did it, and he showed us first, and then he posted it today.
I thought it was great.
So I told him, I was like, I feel really bad about his heartbeat going up. Like he literally had proof that his heart went through the roof. So anyway, I was like, I will try a British food that isn't Weetabix or whatever the heck. It's a cereal. I already tried Weetabix, which is like a British kind of plain cereal. It wasn't that bad. I did it for like a cereal video like years ago. Anyway, he's like, you need to try this spread. And it came in the mail today, and I'm scared as hell. It's this disgusting looking spread.
Oh,
Wait, let's see what it's called. You might have heard of it, Kat. It's called Marmite.
Oh yes, I've heard of that. I haven't
Have you
tried
tried
it.
it?
No, I haven't. When are you going to do it?
I don't know, but I told him I'd film myself opening it, like toasting the toast, spreading it. I don't think my heartbeat's gonna go up, but hey,
We should try it so much. We should do it on the Salem's Lot thing.
Oh, that would be fun.
Or you can try it and film it, and then I can test it. If it'll still be good.
Well, I mean, I'll have a whole jar, so like I will need help if I hate it, like someone else to use it too. I bought it from Amazon, and I was like, this is kind of dumb, but since Ollie put his heart on the line for a pumpkin spice latte.
I think that is hilarious. His video was hilarious. So if you have not seen it, I would strongly recommend it.
I love how he was like, what is this on top here? I guess it's the spice.
Was it the cinnamon? I thought it was cinnamon. That's what I thought it was.
I don't know what it was either, but I was just like, lattes naturally have like cinnamon and things on top of it.
Yeah. Oh, there's Andrew. Go Silver Snakes and go Cat pronunciation of horror.
You're not doing it for some reason. You're too conscious of it.
Well, okay, cool. Joanne saying cool to Ellis. I've had Weetabix. I love that cereal. Okay. That pumpkin spice latte video is the best. I can't stop watching it. It is funny. Especially his first reaction.
I know.
And then I loved how he kept like keeping us updated.
I know,
as
he's
he
like,
goes
I walked
on.
to the train station and I was like, oh my god. He's like, my heart.
And Andrew can't believe that you bought Marmite. Weetabix sounds terrible.
It's actually okay. I think I had it. Someone who
No.
is from England told me how to eat it. Oh no,
It
Liz!
says, oh no, not Marmite. Good luck, Kelsey.
I'm scared.
I haven't watched that yet. What video
I
is
think
it
he just
in?
released a
He just
standalone
released it.
video.
It's one of the shorts. It's one of his
Oh,
shorts.
it's a short.
It's a
Okay.
short, yeah. And he also released it on Instagram too.
Yeah.
It's in his story.
That is so
I knew you were going to say Marmite before you said it. It's so salty, but I love it. It's so nice on toast with peanut butter and sriracha of savory sensation. Ooh, maybe what you should do is, Kelsey, try it by itself and then try it with peanut butter and sriracha.
Oh, by itself on a piece of toast. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
not eating a
No,
spoonful
no,
of
no,
it.
no. No, like spread it on the
Yeah,
toast
yeah.
and what it tastes like. And then you can say, and Brittany suggests
Yeah.
mixing it with peanut butter and sriracha. And then you can try it with that.
I don't even
And then
think we
depending on
own
what you
sriracha,
do, I'm
but
not sure if I would try it. I'll have to see.
I will try it. I will try it both ways.
Amy can find it in the food spot of the Corns Discord. I will respond to it and you so you can find it easy.
Yeah, because he shared it on that like little tab.
And his complaining about the price, Crystal thought was funny.
It was because it wasn't that expensive. Like for us, like coffee's outrageous. I mean,
Joanne saying not the Weetabix hate.
it's not that bad.
In defense of Ollie, I bought one today and was like, my God, this is expensive. Ha ha ha.
That's true. I guess.
Alicia said, to be fair, I've never tried it. She's just saying it sounds weird, I guess. Awesome.
Well, I mean, it's
Thanks,
called
Andrew.
like yeast. It's like something yeast.
Come here. Come
What's it
here with your
called?
little self. He's kind of whining over here.
Yeast
Okay,
extract.
It's yeast extract.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm scared. Anyway, go ahead.
For the Marmite? The Marmite says
Yeah.
yeast? Oh my goodness. Okay. That's going to be interesting.
I know.
We're going to have to see that. Joanne says you should. It's delicious when you have it with granulated sugar. Yum.
That's the Weetabix.
The
Yeah,
Weetabix.
I think I had it with sugar.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go ahead. We're going to do some Mad Libs. Our story today is how to make a monster. So we're going to go ahead and fill in our story. And then when we come back from sprints, we'll go ahead and read the story. So the first, we're going to take turns between Kelsey and the chat. So whoever comes up first in the chat, we're going to go with your answer. So Kelsey, we'll start with you with an adjective.
Salty.
Okay, chat, we're looking for something alive.
Like a noun, I would guess.
It's just saying something alive. And Andrew's saying, be careful, Kelsey.
That's funny.
Okay, a rat.
because Andrew said the rats, and then Amy and Crystal said rat cat. That's great. Rhymes.
Okay, Kelsey, a place.
Pumpkin patch.
Okay. Chat, we need an adjective. We need an adjective.
Remember that time? I'm not going to bring it up. But I'm not going to hurt Andrew.
Creepy, Alicia. Okay, let me see. I should have looked at the other things. Somebody actually, Rally put jokes. And we need, well, Kelsey, you need plural noun. Sorry, plural noun. Let me see if there's another adjective. No, yeah, we have another adjective. So I'm going to put Liz's glittery on that one.
Shoes for my plural noun.
Okay, shoes for plural noun. Okay, chat, we need a part of the body, but it has to be plural.
It's like very tense when we're waiting. Like,
I know. Well, I played music last time. Let me see if I can play some music.
You play like Jeopardy music?
No, I just played some music. So
we could just make our own. Do do do. Just kidding.
This is what I played last week. Okay, so we have. Oh, we got a bunch of. Let me go back. Andrew gave us some hands. And then Kelsey, I need a number from you, and then I'm gonna go with Amy with eyes because we need another part of speech after that.
13, of course.
Okay, 13. And then I need you to give me a type of building, Kelsey.
Skyscraper.
Okay. Chat, I need a noun, and it does not have to be plural, just a noun.
This is the I'm waiting for you to answer dance.
Yeah. Now, I forgot about the music, and I'm surprised nobody reminded us about the music.
It's very funky but subtle.
I know. A whisker.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, Kelsey, I need a noun from you, and I'm going to go with Ellis's waffle for the noun after yours.
Let me think for a sec. Donut.
I love that. I can see how this is going to go. Okay, chat, we need a verb ending in ing. A verb ending in ing.
I just said donut because I looked over and I saw donuts. I was like, hey, I'm simple. I look over and I'm like, haha, donut. I should have said candy corn.
Sometimes you just need, Crystal got in first with dancing. Kelsey, we need an occupation.
Director.
Okay. Chat, I need an exclamation.
Like holy cow. Oh shit. Just kidding.
Yeah, but don't say holy cow or oh shit. Kelsey already gave those out.
Well, I was just giving examples.
Ellis says huzzah.
Huzzah. I like
Huzzah. Okay, maybe I can't pronounce it. Okay, Kelsey, you have a verb. It's just a regular verb, no past tense or it's like more present tense verb.
Shimmy.
Oh, okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Tense wise?
Oh yeah, this is funny. Okay, and chat, I need somebody to give me the name of a person in the room.
Crystal had said zoinks. That was a good one. G's and Pete's, and I say that all the time. Paul thinks it's weird I say G's and Pete's.
Yeah, let's look at these.
Gasp is good too.
Yeah.
Cheese and crackers. I like that too.
Ant-Man. Woo! Yeah, we got Ant-Man in the house. Because look, Ant-Man's right back there. Okay, and then we had filled in the adjective from Liz. So anyway, we are going to, y'all did great with this. Kat, you got to make Ant-Man dance to the rhythm. Yeah, I'm going to have to try to figure that out. He'll collapse on us. As we hear Tootie wheezing in the background, I don't know if you can hear him wheezing in the background. I don't know what he is doing. I don't know.
Jackson's looking at the bookshelf like it's possessed, like usual. He's just like staring off at the wall.
Okay, so we are going to go to a 45-minute sprint, if that's okay with you, Kelsey. I think you'll still be here for that. And when we get back, we're going to go ahead and read the story, and then I'll ask you the would you rather question when we chat the next time. Okay, so let's go ahead and set our kitty cat for 45 minutes.
I don't know why I'm laughing. Sorry.
And then I will let the music go too. Is it the music? Is it the music? The
it is the music. I'm like, I'm on hold. I don't know.
Okay, I'll stop the music. Okay, fun. Here we go. And I think it's hilarious because it's just so tense when we're trying to wait for anything to come in. And here we go. Let's see. Yeah, Ellis wants to say, catch you on the flip side. Okay, so let me share the screen and share. Let me start it. And I'll see y'all back here in 45 minutes. Yay. How did you do?
I got to 88%. How did you do?
I did great. I ended up reading everything I needed to read for today that I have tabbed. And I'm like 8 pages away from getting through tomorrow's. So I might go ahead and finish that just so I'll be caught up. That means I will finish Friday for sure.
Yay! That's
Do
great.
that. And then, of course, I have to read some from If It Bleeds. So I'll do that on the next sprint or whatever. But I'm excited because I'm making progress. I always have that. I don't know if you experience it where you haven't made any progress and then you make some good progress and you feel like, okay, I can handle this. I can get through everything that I set out to do this month. I
That's
just
how
think,
February was for me in the beginning because I was reading like 5 books at once and some of them were chunky. And everyone in the Discord was like, I finished this, and that book. And I'm like, I haven't finished anything. And then all
yeah.
of a sudden, I finished a lot like the second week or something.
Yeah, I think that's part of it too, is I do feel like I see everybody posting and I see people like doing their September wrap ups and I haven't even started mine yet. And it's like I start feeling overwhelmed because I'm seeing everybody else getting things accomplished and I need to not worry about it. I need to just do what I can do when I can do it. But I'm excited that I made some progress. So we had Halco pop in. He's making dinner and listening to Ghost Radio. Jasmine came in. She just got done working a field hockey game and she's hoping everyone's having a good day and week. Felicia has come in. So I was telling them all hello. Amal made 37.5% into The Photo Thief. Good. Respectful and reverent tone. Meow. Faye read 3 chapters of What Moves the Dead. Excellent. Raleigh got halfway through chapter 2 of Wolf Song while she worked on her diamond
I'm
painting.
dying to do my diamond painting. Like, Kat, you don't know how addictive it is. If you bought one, you'd be going down the rabbit
I'm
hole.
afraid. I'm
I
afraid
know.
because, like I said, I saw them at the scrapbooking, and I don't even have time to do my scrapbooking, so I
I
can
know.
imagine.
See, if you liked
Um,
audiobooks, it would be a good thing, but because you're not a big audiobook person, it probably
mhm.
but me, I was looking for something to do with my hands while I listen to audiobooks. Sometimes I'll follow along, but lately I had been like wanting to just do an audiobook and not have to sometimes get the ebook too if I didn't own the book
Right.
already. I didn't want to keep double purchasing everything. So I started to do this and it just it's like an addiction now.
It's like an addiction.
Yeah.
Well, Amy started a new diamond painting, the jack-o'-lantern one, and started the audio for Wild Spaces.
And,
That sounds
I bought
great.
the same one she's starting. She showed I was like, "Where'd you get that one?" And she sent me the link and I bought it. It was like $6. They're not that
Amy,
expensive.
has Amy posted any of her finished ones?
She's been vlogging. She just showed
Okay.
her first big one she showed, and it looks so good.
Yeah, I'll have to, and I'm so far behind on everybody's videos too. I just feel like
Me too.
I can't get caught up on everything, and everybody has such wonderful content. So it makes me sad. I'm watching Frankenhooker, then started part and 5 is alive. Frankenhooker. That sounds
It's
crazy.
like a cult classic movie.
Oh, I've never heard of it. Of course you've heard of it,
Of
Kelsey.
course I have.
Alice says, I just realized you're reading Dark Waters right now. So cool. That whole series is on my secret October TBR. I love the Small Spaces series, and I was supposed to read, it was on my list to read for Kelsey's Cornival readathon in September. And then I was going to read the Empty Smiles. That was my plan. And I had also could have counted it for my series September, but I just couldn't fit it in. So I'm like, I'm adding it to my October and it's going to count for Halloween. But it's a great series. I think very creepy, especially the first one. The first one is definitely awesome for Halloween.
I have that on my list. Like it's a major. I might even make that part of like my 24 to read in 2024 is at
Mhm.
least the first one, if not like all of them. I'm dying to read it.
Yeah, it's definitely the first one has the Halloween vibes and everything to it. It's really great. I liked the second one too. The second one is more winter, and then this one's more like in the spring. So Anyway, I just need to continue it so I can get through the quartet. Raleigh said, "Oh, cool. I'm doing a Christmas one, so I will have it done in time to hang it then." And Amy thinks that is cool. I've seen so many pretty Xmas ones out there.
I'm sure I'm gonna buy an Xmas one, so.
Amy said she'll post a pic of her pumpkin one I finished in Kelsey's Discord somewhere and tag you, Kat. Thank you, because I'd love to see it. Carnival, all fancy like.
You do say it fancy, I will say, but it's very sophisticated.
Well, I think the name Carnival is just great to begin with.
Well, I mean, I got to give credit where credit's due. I did not come up with it. One of the Corns did, and I thought it was genius. Total genius.
Yeah, I loved it. And I did pretty good. I didn't finish everything, but I think I did pretty good. And that's only because you allow us to do other things besides carnival or circus or whatever, which thankfully, but I still have to do my September wrap up. And really and truly, my September wrap up was a majority was for Carnival as well as for Series September. I only did 3 books for Series September, but once I do that, because I already did my wrap up for Week of Weird, I'm all did 16% into Jolene's Justice.
Ooh,
okay, so let's go ahead and listen to our story.
Yes, I'm excited.
This is How to Make a Monster. Kelsey is the best ringmaster. Yeah, she is. Hello. I can't even talk. Hello, all my little salty scientists. Dr. Frankenslime here to teach you how to make your own scary rat. The first thing you need to do is go to a creepy pumpkin patch with a creepy shovel and dig up all the shoes you need for the project. Don't feel like you have to give your monster 2 hands and 2 legs. If you want to give it 13 eyes instead, go for it. This is your monster. Assemble all the parts in the laboratory inside your haunted skyscraper. If you don't have a lab, you can always use the whisker in your own home instead. Once your monster is assembled, use an electric donut to bring it to life. A waffle storm is an excellent source of electricity due to all the lightning bolts dancing from the sky. And when your director first sits up, it may shout, "Huzzah!" and shimmy uncontrollably, but you must stay calm. Now, all you have to do is give it a name like Ant-Man and go show the world your glittery creation.
Yay! I love that one. I like how it shimmied.
And what's funny is shimmying was used, not shimmy in, but shimmied was used in my book. I thought that was funny.
That is funny. Because, like, you don't hear that every day.
No, you don't. No, you do not.
A mighty electric donut says.
I know. I wish I would have tabbed it, but I don't have any tabs. But it did. It was saying something. They're on a boat, and it was like he was saying something about having to shimmy up the mast. Like he shimmied up the mast.
That's awesome.
But I think that's funny because it's like, okay, you just used shimmy. Dr. Frankenslime has to be a future Halloween costume for Kelsey. She can be the doctor and Paul can be Frankenslime.
That would work. That would definitely work.
And the mighty electric donut. I think that's pretty funny. You get a whole skyscraper.
I know. We don't need a lab. We need a whole skyscraper. We need more than a lab.
Alicia's agreeing. That would be a funny costume for the both of you. Oh my God, sound suddenly went creepy in the middle of the reading like Kat was possessed.
Oh my God, how appropriate. Scary appropriate.
I think these are funny because they're all about monsters. That was what the theme of mine was Monster Mash. Mad Libs.
Wait, that's the same one you got me, right?
No, I got you the Ghost.
Oh, you did? I've got to find
They only had one Monster Mash, and then they had a couple of the Ghosts. So I got you the Ghost, and I was like, well, I'll just get one next week. You know, they look like they have quite a few. And then the next week when I went and checked, they didn't have any more. I was like, darn.
I really like that you got me one. I'm going to use it on, I kind of want to save it, but I'll use it on sprints, I guess.
Well, what I've been doing is I make a copy so I don't write in it. Like there's a page where you can write on it, just put all the stuff, but I like seeing it in the story. Yeah. Because then it kind of helps me to see if it's because sometimes with verbs, it might be in an infinitive where it's like to run or whatever. And I like to tell people that because then it
Yeah.
makes more sense, with whatever verb they're picking. But I just make a copy of it, and that way I don't have to mess my book up.
That's
That's
actually a
just
great
me.
idea. I
That's
like
just
that
me.
idea.
I mean, I don't know if you have a printer. I mean, that you can
Uh-huh.
do it. If not, you could always put it on loose leaf, but like have it right next to it instead of messing your book up. I'm just weird like that. I don't like
No,
to
I
mess
like
my
that.
books up.
No, I'm like that too.
And Alicia says Jackson can be Frankenweenie.
Yes!
Okay, so for our Would You Rather this week, it's really fitting that I have this, and it wasn't even planned this way because I just picked the next Mad Libs in my book. But our Would You Rather is, would you rather get a surprise visit from Frankenstein's monster, could be Frankenslime, or a surprise visit from the Headless Horseman?
I know my answer. I think I would rather get a visit from Frankenstein's monster because if you remember from the story, well, I haven't really read it, but from what I know of the story, he's like at first gentle and nice and stuff until the townspeople are like, yo, bitch, we don't like you because you're big and different. So if you're just nice back to him, it seems like he'd be nice to you. So I'd rather chill with Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, I do have more empathy for Frankenstein's monster because one, he wasn't asked to be put back together
Yeah.
from dug up body parts in the from the graveyard from Dr. Frankenstein. And like you said, he was rather nice in the beginning, and the townspeople just misunderstand him. And all he wants is a friend. He
Yeah,
just
like
wants a companion.
what if we were like, "Hey, we'll be your friend. Like, just don't freak out on us and like
Right.
destroy us.
Whereas
We'll be nice to you."
the headless horseman truly is evil. I mean, he really is evil and wants to take you out. He wants to
Yes.
murder you and doesn't. I don't see how you can be, have any empathy. Now, I mean, it just depends on, how scared you want to be, or how like much of a risk. Like, I guess you'd have to think about how you could get away from either one of them. The headless horseman rides on a horse, so I don't know if you can get away from him quite as easily as Frankenstein's monster. I don't ever recall him running.
I think he's very slow.
Yeah, he kind of shambles.
Yeah, so I
I
think
mean,
if he did get mad at me, like if I offended him somehow and he still wanted to kill me, then I think I could still run from him. So either way, I'm picking him because I think I have a better chance of outrunning him, but I also have a better chance of befriending him, which hopefully is the scenario that happens.
yeah, Frankenstein monster is mine because I really do not think, I mean, and there's so many different versions of how the headless horseman is portrayed that not any of them that I've seen is he ever friendly in any way.
Yeah, I can't like say that I've heard of a friendly version of him either.
He kind of freaks me out, honestly, if you ask me, especially in Sleepy Hollow. That is one, I love that film with Johnny Depp in
Oh
it.
yeah, it's
And
great.
he is very scary in that one. And so Riley says, so scary. Faye says Frankenstein's monster. He was a big reader. We could chat books. That's true. Very good, Faye. Good point. Horseman, because he won't get off his horse and come inside.
That's a good point.
Okay. I guess too, he really can't find his way if you think about it, because he can't see anything. Like, I
That's
guess he would be
true.
walking around. Raleigh said that she can hide. Andrew said, I want to see the headless horseman because I would love to die from a man with a pumpkin for a head.
It'd be epic way to go, I will say.
Jasmine said Frankenstein's monster for sure. And
This
Amy
is
said there are
great.
some spicy books with the headless horseman. He's quite nice in those books.
I was thinking for Christmas to have a wheel of smut, all stuff, because Amy and Crystal, we call them the smut bunch in my Discord. You haven't like seen the Discord in a while, Kat, but Andrew dubbed them the smut bunch or whatever because they read smutty books. And I was saying that I was gonna make a wheel of smut for like one of the things that you could do for the naughty board if you wanted. for the Christmas read of
Well,
it.
I just have to say, Andrew has nerve because Andrew reads smut also.
Well, he actually put himself in with the smut bunch. He dubbed
Oh my
himself part of the
goodness.
smut bunch.
Yeah, they're the smut trio, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Or maybe you do want to know. No, it's because it's cool.
The
It's great.
headless horseman is a good lover and could kill me with a flaming pumpkin. I choose Frankenstein's monster because the headless horseman is a demonic fairy, and I don't like fairies. Woo! And of course, Amy's laughing with Andrew. Headless horseman would make better smut than Frankie. Yeah,
True.
I would think so. I would think so. And also, too, Frankie's got his bride. I mean, unless he's going to get it on with his bride.
Yeah, I mean, that's too boring. We need some variety. Like, you could have way
Hey.
more variety with the headless horseman.
Hey, I mean, the bride might be the one that is the one that's spicy.
Well, that's true. I guess.
I mean, she might bring some spice. I mean, like there might be some electric charges, sparks flying when the two of them get together,
Literally.
Kelsey was like, "You aren't smutty enough for the smut bunch," which is fair.
Well,
He's got frowny face.
He is less smutty than the others in terms of he reads less smut, but you're still
funny.
a part of the smut bunch, Andrew. I didn't mean to leave you out.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. But I do think it is a lot of fun just to kind of see who would pick. There were some people in my my Facebook group were like, nope, why couldn't you pick the Great Pumpkin? Like, I'm like, scaredy cat, scaredy cat, scaredy cat. Like, you can't pick.
Good. That's not even a hard choice.
I know. Well, those are the scaredy cats. It's in my Facebook group there.
You got a lot of scaredy cats over there.
Yeah, I do. And Amy says, Andrew, you can definitely still be part of the smut bunch. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I told you. Of course you're a part of it, Andrew.
The thing about it, Andrew, if you hang out with Crystal and Amy long enough as part of the smut bunch, you might end up being at the same caliber, if not more.
He did read along with this crazy clown smut for the Carnival. So I heard about it and I tried to get to it, but I failed and did not get to the book.
Amy's so funny. You're welcome. It's a high honor.
It is.
You could be like the king of smut.
That would be quite an honor. With a crown.
With a crown, and you could have the what is it? This what do you call the thing that they hold? Yeah, the scepter.
But a naughty scepter.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm only thinking of what the scepter could be in the shape of. Let's not go there.
No, but it's definitely something that's mentioned in all the horror movies that we wind up watching together.
Yes, that is exactly what I was thinking about.
I know,
if they made a movie about it, that's exactly what they would have. Yeah. And I'm thinking of Saint specifically.
Yeah.
We need a smut bunch theme song for you guys.
I know.
Well, we could always play that night driving music that we are there for. We're we're listening to while we're waiting for answers from the chat.
Song. Or just spoof the Brady Bunch.
That's right.
We became the smutty bunch. The smutty bunch.
That's great. The Great Pumpkin probably has a smut book. I would never surpass their mastery of the smut. I am a smut apprentice. And Riley says, King of Smut sounds terrifying. Gives Andrew a porn stash. Poor Andrew. Christina says, I read a few chapters and now hubby is going to read, but I'm not feeling the best. So I'm heading off, leaving on the TV for watch time. Thanks for the sprints. Happy reading. Thanks for leaving me on the TV for watch time. I really do appreciate that. I hope you feel better and enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of your week. The weekend is not very far away.
Let's get there. Yes.
And Andrew's like, no, not for the weekend, but because of what Riley said.
Yeah, the stash.
And he says, no, thank you. Haha. I declined the kingship. I will be smut jester or something.
I like the smut jester actually.
I actually like that too.
The king. It's
Could you imagine his little jester outfit?
The
He had his
hat.
little hat.
You know what the hat's made of.
Yeah, and the dangling, whatever's
That's what I'm
dangling, instead
saying.
of bells, it could be other things with the bells. And we would hear him, and he would have little bells on the ends of his little pointy shoes.
Oh,
Ooh,
oh
ooh.
my god. You could start writing smut
With
now.
tights, with
Oh,
tights.
tights. Tights, that's pretty smutty for sure.
That is. Okay, everyone. Kelsey is actually going to be heading out. She is actually hosting sprints on her Patreon this evening. So I know a bunch of people here are in her Patreon. So I am going to be doing one more sprint for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to head out and take a shower and then probably jump on Kelsey's sprints as well, since I am a corn. I'm a
Corn.
proud corn.
Corn. Oh wait, wrong way. I did it this way. Corn. You can't hold it upside down.
I'm part of her corny group of people,
We like
and
to be
proud to be
corny.
one. Yes, we're proud to be corny. I'm just like a corn dog.
Corn dog. Yeah, you're always like, hi, corn dogs.
Yeah, I like being a corn dog. I think it's pretty fun. In her cornucopia. So any of
Cornucopia.
you that are heading out, thank y'all for coming and hanging with Kelsey and me. And then I'll probably see some of you over at Kelsey's sprints, but we're going to sprint one more time so that I can get some reading done for If It Bleeds. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the banner on for the last sprint of the night.
And thanks for having me, Kat. I
Yeah,
appreciate
I love
it.
it. Anytime you want to come on, you definitely come on. I love
Sorry
when
I
you're
invited myself, but I was like, whatever. When the miser Paul is out, it's time for Kelsey to sprint with buds. And
That's
peace.
right. That's right. So anyway, I'll see you shortly, Kelsey. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it.
Thanks. Love
Love
ya.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and have another 30-minute sprint. This is going to be the last sprint of the evening. And as I mentioned, I will be changing over since I made my goal for Dark Waters. I'm changing over to If It Bleeds, which is a novella in this collection called If It Bleeds. It's the last Holly story that I have to read before I can actually dive into the novel. Called Holly, that was recently published and released in September, which I can't wait because I am a huge fan of Stephen King and a huge fan of Holly. I really do love Holly a lot. So let's go ahead and let me change out our kitty cat because our kitty cat is set for 45. We're going to go ahead and set it for 30 minutes, and then we'll come back and chat for a few minutes and see how everybody did and what everybody's got planned for the weekend. So let me see if I can set this up. Share the screen. And I'm starting. So I'll see everybody back here in 30 minutes. So happy sprinting. Welcome back, everybody. Well, I am happy because I only have one, two, three, 5 paragraphs, and I've reached my goal for what I needed to read for today, and if it bleeds. So I have managed to read everything and a little more because I did read a little more in Dark Waters than I anticipated. And I may actually go ahead and read that little bit too. So I'm a little bit ahead in that book as well. So I got a lot accomplished this evening, which I'm very, very excited because I have been a little bit behind. And I think that once I take my shower and get all my little chores and stuff taken care of, I'll go ahead and spend the rest of the evening reading The Way We Live Now, which is my Victor Uber selection that I have to read. I am very behind in that, but I am confident that I can get caught up with a little bit of discipline. That's what I'm going to say about that. So, how did everybody else do? I see Christine came in and she said, looks like I arrived late. Hello. Well, you're not totally late. We have a few minutes still. If you're here, Christine, thank you for stopping by. And Liz had to head off to do some grading. Hope everyone has a fantastic week. I know you probably left already, Liz, but thank you for attending. It's always a pleasure having you here. I really do appreciate you a lot. And Faye says, I read 2.5 chapters of What Moves the Dead. I think I can finish it tonight. I hope you can. This is the one that's by T. Kingfisher, if I'm not mistaken, right, Faye? If so, I read that. We read that for a book club that Kelsey and I run called Chills, Thrills, and Kills. Alicia said, I finished my movie and ate some Mexican food. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Amy said, I didn't read. Kelsey was chatting on her sprint, so I was watching. Yeah, I know she ended up starting her sprints, and I thought that was great that she wanted to come on and hang out with me for a little bit. Yes, T. Kingfisher. Yes, that's the story that is a retelling of The Fall of the House of Usher, which is a Edgar Allan Poe story. I really enjoyed What Moves the Dead. It was the first T. Kingfisher I've ever read. I plan on reading some more of her work. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed how she retold it, how it just took on its own, like a life of its own. And I don't know. It was very atmospheric, in my opinion. That's great. You got so much reading done. Yeah, I am happy because, like I said, I've been kind of busy with, starting my job, which I know it's only 2 days a week, but when you were used to not working and then you add that, and then because I am a tutor, it's not like I still have to do some planning at home. And so that does take a couple hours. Like Monday, I think I spent like 3 hours preparing some, activities that I wanted to do with some of my first graders. And then I already had something I had planned for the third graders. So tomorrow I have second and fourth that come see me. And I already have stuff planned for both grades for that. And then I also will go into the classrooms and work with my first through fourth graders. So that does have a little fun. And then your lip color looks nice. Thank you. It's actually kind of like it's like a reddish color. It's not like a tomato red. It's more like I don't know what the color would be. I can't even remember what the color is. I've had it forever and ever. But yeah, I ended up, doing my makeup and everything for my intro and outro for my vlog. And so I never did get to change or do anything else before then. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. You saying that, Alicia. Linda is almost done with Murder Run by John Hunt. Wow. Is this a thriller? I'm assuming it's a thriller, just based on the name. Hi, I'm back in time. Yes, for a little bit. We're just kind of wrapping up and chatting for a few minutes, seeing what everybody's up to. What is everybody up to this weekend? Anybody have any plans for Friday the 13th? Like I said at the beginning, my husband and I are planning to have a Friday the 13th date night. I have a drink, a cocktail that I would like to make. We tried to do this a couple of years ago and could not find whatever the blue, I'm not going to say it correctly, carousel. I think that's how you pronounce it. And we couldn't find it anywhere that we went. So because of that, we couldn't really make the drink. So I ended up having to have a blue wine cooler instead, but for Camp Crystal Lake. But I got this drink off of a YouTube channel, and whenever I do my little vlog for it, because I'm hoping to vlog it, I will put that link in the description box. So if people want to, try it out, because I don't know if we'll be successful or not, but I don't know. We're going to eat junk food. I might make the dessert that Jennifer gave me the recipe for. And instead of doing s'mores, I can bake that during the day. So I could film myself making that. It's supposed to be pumpkin bars, but it looks like it might come out as a pumpkin cake. So I don't know if Jennifer did something different. And of course, we're going to watch Friday the 13th. And Margaret says, ooh, nice. Alicia says, I'm watching my sister's dog and staying home to watch movies and read. That sounds great. And carousel. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, I think that is how you pronounce it, even though I want to say Caracas. That's how I want to say it. I have to work Friday the 13th. Boo. Yeah, that's kind of funky because we don't have many Friday the 13th. So you like to be able to celebrate when you can. Yeah, darn work. It always interferes with our fun, huh? And Alicia said, no, boo for work. And Vanessa says, same, Amy, I have to work too. No. All I know is y'all have to be on the lookout because it's Friday the 13th. So y'all have to be very aware. Be very aware of your surroundings because you just never know what could be in the shadows. More. Anyway, I think it'll be kind of fun. We'll see what happens. The last time we did it, like I said, everything worked out, and I didn't vlog it because I didn't have a channel at the time. But the only thing that didn't work out was my cocktail. So hopefully it will all be great and I can try it out. Hopefully the cocktail tastes good. Creepy dudes. Yeah. Plenty of those in the shadows. Yes, we do have some creepy dudes. Now, of course, if you watch What We Do in the Shadows, you have some fanged dudes in the shadows. That's for sure. I love that show. I haven't watched in a couple of weeks, but I love it. And Amy says, no, I hope not. I'll keep an eye on my black cat. Yes, definitely make sure if you have a black cat that your black cat is safe and sound inside, because we don't want anything happening to any black cats on Friday the 13th or during the spooky season, especially on Halloween. We do have a black cat in our home. Her name is Nene, belongs to my oldest son. And I would not like anything to happen to her, even though she lived outside for a long time and before she became friends with my son and kind of adopted my son. And then they've been together ever since. They've been together for many years and just love to hang out with each other. Although she is very vocal. When she wants something, she tells you. So that's what I'm planning on doing for the weekend. I might go to, there's, I believe, a library sale happening in Hammond at the Hammond Library on the 14th. Thinking about possibly checking that out and just seeing what they have. And then I might go pick my mom up on Saturday if she's willing. I know that some of you know that my mom was hospitalized in July, and I haven't really said much about what's going on with my mom just because I don't have like 100% concrete answers, but we should find out more as October rolls around. And this is, taking some of my time as well. My mom was recently diagnosed, we found out on the 19th, with neurodegenerative dementia. So we are trying to figure out exactly what that means, but it's the neuropsychologist that she saw that did her testing seems to think that she might have semantic dementia, which has a lot to do with language and with knowing how to do things that you pretty much have done your whole life. So like being able to write a check or remote control, like using a remote control for your television and whatnot. But my mom also has a little bit of a hard time because she will see something like on television and think that it's actually happening to us. And so we have to make sure that she doesn't really watch the news. And then she's gotten really confused with some things that are happening at home. So we're going to try very hard to see if she can come stay with me for a little while. So that way it gives my dad a break, because basically he's her caregiver. So between seeing a doctor next Tuesday and then seeing a neurologist on the 25th of October, we're hoping that we can find some answers to help her with this, because it's not something that we can solve. I mean, and by no means have ever experienced this. I know some people that have had a family member that has had dementia, but I've never experienced it firsthand with a family member. I mean, I had a cousin that I was close to, but he didn't live near us. He lived with his niece, and he ended up having dementia, but he's since passed. So anyway, that's what's going on in my neck of the woods. So I'm hoping that maybe I can bring her up here, because we live an hour away from each other. So I'm hoping I can bring her up here and spend some time with us, maybe on Saturday, and we can, watch some movies together. She likes to watch movies, and maybe, make something, some kind of a treat or dinner or whatever. I had told my dad that she was welcome to come for Friday the 13th, but I was afraid that maybe she wouldn't like that, the scary part of it or whatever. So I figured Saturday would be better. She could come Saturday, spend the night, and then we can spend the day on Sunday, and then I can drive her back home. So anyway, that's what my weekend is looking like. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that she'll want to come, because sometimes she doesn't want to leave, her house or whatever. So let's see where I left off. Yeah, I saw that. And oh, whoa. Faye said we had a black cat a few years ago that got caught by some weirdos at Halloween. That's awful. That is so awful. What happens to black cats? Yeah, people are cruel. Yeah, they try to use them in all kinds of weird, I don't know, they think they're doing witchcraft and stuff. Thank you, Faye. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I would appreciate any prayers or positive thoughts, for everybody involved. I do have, my sister lives in Atlanta, as y'all know, and she's coming the week that she has the neurology appointment. And we're going to make a few decisions that week to help her out. Like, my sister is going to take some responsibilities because she lives away, and then I'm handling like the medical aspect of it and like trying to help with care for her. But I'm really hoping once she sees the psychiatrist that maybe that will help with some of her anxiety. Not to be too graphic, but they tried to skin her and she got away. Ooh, Faye, that's awful. I hope that those people got in a lot of trouble. Oh gosh, that's rough. I'm so sorry to hear that, Kat. Thanks. I appreciate it, Amy. At least you're here to help your mom out. Yeah, I can't imagine my dad having to do it alone. And I know that it's very hard. Like I have a friend that I taught with, her husband had gotten dementia and she had to put him in a nursing home, and he passed away at 60. So that's, to me, is really young. And it's really hard, I think, when you have your spouse. It's hard, it being anybody. But I think when you've been with your spouse, like my mom and dad just celebrated 56 years. It's 56, I believe, because they were married in 67 and we're in 23. I think if I'm doing that right, adding that right, it would be 56. But Saturday would be 56 years, and my mom really didn't realize that it was their anniversary. I had brought flowers, and she just seemed a little confused. Margaret said, and that's why I don't watch horror films. I don't even want to know more evil that people do. Also, sorry about your mom's progression, Kat. That's heavy for anyone. Thank you. I appreciate it, Margaret. I'm reading a book with ghost in the title, but it's nonfiction. Yeah. And my parents are on 52. Woot! Yeah, it's wonderful when they make it. Wait, 54. Oh, well, that's really great too. Yeah, my mom and dad have been knowing each other since they were like 13 years old. So they've been together for a long time, and then they got married young. So, yeah. So it is what it is. And like my sister and I say every time we get off the phone with one another, we say just to take one day at a time, and just do the best that you can and just be there for everybody involved. Faye's parents have been together and celebrated 54 years. That's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. Okay, everyone. I think that I didn't mean to put a downer on our day, but just kind of letting y'all know what's going on. Because that's part of the reason why I can't always finish things that I'm doing. And since 13, that's amazing. Yes. Yeah, it's hard to believe that, they've been knowing each other for that long. But I do know it's taken its toll a little, well, I say a little bit, but quite a bit on my dad, because every day is something different. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what to expect. And that's a small club, Faye. That's what Margaret is saying. Yeah, if they make it to be in there, because I know like my mother-in-law and father-in-law, they were only together for like 40 something years. They didn't even make their 50th wedding anniversary. Alicia says, you're never a downer. Thanks for the sprints, Kat. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to be positive about it because, like I said, there's not really much we can do about it except just enjoy my mom as much as we can and just do the best we can. So anyway, that is going to be our end of our Wednesday sprints for today. As always, I am so appreciative of everybody being here. Y'all are awesome. Y'all always make me feel happy. In fact, I'm glad that I have this community for this time, because it really does help me to be able to take a break and just be with people who love to do the same things that I love to do. I love being able to chat with y'all. Even sometimes I get to chat with y'all privately, and that helps to know that I have support out there. And I do appreciate y'all being here. I appreciate y'all watching my videos and comment and giving feedback. Y'all are the best. Thank you, Faye. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you, Vanessa, for being here. So in the meantime, stay amazing and be adventurous, because there's every day you can find some adventure in your day. Talk to y'all later. Love y'all. Bye. Thanks, Amy. Bye.